The price of Bitcoin is getting some choppiness. Is it true that we do have a potential bottom formed already and we are going to higher prices to sweep up that liquidity that we have above $78,000? Or do we have more downside? What are the plans for me? I am more interested in long trades locally here, understanding that we could be coming to the end stages of an impulsive move to the downside. However, we do also have the bearish case scenario, which is actually breaking down to lower prices. Now, zooming in here on the 4 hourly time frame, I'm just going to talk about the most important higher time frame zone of support if we were to lose the local lows at $72,500. That is coming down to the $70,500 range. Let me explain why. When we get a fixed volume profile from January all the way to the end here of today, Sunday, we can see that the highest volume on the volume profile starts round about $71,000. As you can see, lots of volume we have in this region. Now we can see there is a nice fair value gap here. This zone is usually very, very good for an SFP attempt. And we also have the golden pocket from the last swing higher low to the last high, which is sitting at that $71,000 region. So with that combination of the high volume node here, the sweep of this fair value gap SFP level and the golden pocket, it's a very good confluence area that we do have here at this $70,000 to $71,000 range. That is if we were to drop there pretty aggressively in the next 24 to 48 hours. It's a zone that I would really consider a nice bounce based on the confluence without getting Elliot wave theory in, right? This is a very, very good zone to consider as support for that nice long position. Now, I did manage to jump into a long position on Friday. You guys know, especially if you are inside of the trading community, that any local double, triple bottoms are valid here because I believe that a bigger bounce could be on the formation in the next coming days. So same plan is going to happen here. I will explain that in the next coming minutes. What would be the plan? Of course, we talked about the lowest level of support, which might not be reached, but also we're talking about the more closer levels of support and the levels that I would consider shorting as well, taking into consideration a little bit of Elliott wave theory. On Friday, we did a great collaboration. Let me know in the comment section if you do like this, guys. I was with Devolt and Mattia talking about the higher time frame and basically our personal opinion and technical analysis. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you want me to repeat these shows with them, because I thought it was absolutely awesome, really chilled and just going through different scenarios on the higher time frame. Quick reminder, this content is only for educational purposes only and is not financial advice, guys. I'm just giving my personal opinion. Make sure to do your own research before taking any trades or any financial decision. We are only educators here and giving our personal opinion on YouTube. Diving in through the 1 hour time frame, I believe that this is the highest probability scenario where we are coming to a finished impulsive move to the downside on Friday. We were discussing the possibility of this being the low and getting a larger bounce. Of course, if you can fit in an impulsive move to the downside, you are looking for a general bounce here that could take round about a week or so, just because this move to the downside has taken round about 3 weeks. Okay, you would want at least a minimum bounce of some time here, and get to the 382 Fibonacci would be kind of a minimum target. That's if we were to have a wave 1 and a wave 2 to then roll over from here. What is interesting about this 382, because we could have a very, very shallow pullback here throughout the next coming days, and then the price goes to the downside very aggressively. Can this be a wave 2? Well, what is interesting is the confluence that we start getting in this range at the 382, which is from this very, very wide range that we got in the last 2 weeks. That point of control slightly above the 382 Fibonacci is going to be a little bit disturbing. Now, of course, that level is also the golden pocket 7-8 zone from the last lower high to the low, right, where we do have the valley area low of this region. We've got a spike in volume right over here. The 7-8 Fibonacci is exactly where we have the point of control. this territory becomes a little bit interesting. That's the main zone that I would attempt some swing shorts potentially, depending on the reaction, depending how we go up there. Of course, the lower time frame, is where we look at here in the Telegram trading community, guys. On YouTube, you guys know that we post once a day or so. And on the trading community, we look at the lower time frame, and I can see already Devil, Joan, part of the community, are talking about potential shorting zones, depending on how we get up there, depending on the reaction. If you are interested, guys, you know where to find us. Just send me the word access in the Telegram, okay? You got my Telegram here to send me the DM access to share the instructions for you to join the trading community. And if you sign up throughout Bluffin, you got 2bit, BTCC, you got many exchanges, do a minimum deposit. You will get a few months for free, guys. If you stay active, you can extend those months as well, okay? You've got the best bonuses available on those exchanges. All right, so let's dive in here. Still with this scenario, that what I'm more interested in longs, as explained on Friday here with the legends on the collaboration. Did manage to jump into that double bottom. I have taken some profits already, and it's a free trade. We've got lots of liquidity to the upside. Now, my main target that I see possible is getting above $78,000 based on the liquidity that there is there. I know it sounds too bearish. The trend is too bearish. We're going down to 60K, but we get these surprise bounces. And considering Elliott wave theory, it is very much a possibility to have something finished or getting to the end stages. I am happy to say that this even could be the wave 4, and we still have the wave 5 coming to the end, okay? Because when you do go down to the 5-minute time frame, it is true that you can squeeze multiple 1-2s here. You can have 3 1-2s, and then the wave 3, which is this one, and then the 4-5, 4-5, and then another 4-5, right? This is very, very possible that maybe your wave 5 is not in, as explained on Friday. We are extending here throughout the weekend, very choppy. It can be corrective. If we get that impulsive move to the downside, I am more interested in taking longs because I know we could be coming to the end stages of the impulsive move. That push to the downside, as explained on the higher time frame, is where we coming into massive zone of support. Anchored VWAP also from the low at 60K is coming in at 71.6K. We got the high volume node here looking at the fixed volume profile from the last few months. Okay, high volume node coming in this region. The golden pocket from the last higher low to the last high is also with the fair value gap that we got in this zone. Beautiful higher lows for some SFPs. This area becomes very, very interesting. That's if we were to get the last push down in that wave 5 and then get the bigger bounce throughout the next 1 to 2 weeks, okay? Mainly more interested in longs as I understand the support and understand Elliott wave theory that we could be coming to the end stages. Hence the long that was taken also on Friday, okay? I had already a long activated that was stopped out. We talked about that also in the trading community. And just more interested in looking for longs, being defensive, okay? For shorts, we would have to get a bigger bounce naturally into levels of resistance, okay? If we are starting an impulsive move here to the upside or a corrective structure. For me, these bounces are very, very shallow. We're personally just hitting the 382 Fibonacci, not even reaching the 382 Fibonacci from the latest move down, which is generally a minimum target for those bounces, okay, after a possible impulse. I prefer higher. There are some shorts that are being talked about here, how to manage them inside of a trading community. If we squeeze out, the main level that I would be paying attention is the value area low end point of control of this region, okay, for a lower high. And if we were to push up in multiple 1-2s and get a big wave 3 and then start moving here to the upside, this is generally a very, very good area because you have the lower highs, the liquidity grab that we can see in the liquidation heat map. And when we grab liquidity, we usually, turn around, especially if you have some major lower highs. So this region right over here, these lower highs become extremely attractive to attempt, either the first SFP with one push up, or get that choppiness. If you were to form an impulsive move here to the upside, get the exhaustion. That is the zone where it looks very, very attractive after the liquidity grab to get that turnaround. Okay, so that's a major zone here at 78 to 78.5, and the first one is value area low with that point of control to possibly attempt a short position, depending on how we get up there in the next 24 to 48 hours, if it were to be the case. Interesting about 78K, from the swing high here to the swing low, we do have the golden pocket, which is slightly above those lower highs, so it might just tap that golden pocket as well just after sweeping up that liquidity to then get the turnaround. This is the most interesting zone. Okay, we got anchored VWAP coming down also into the lower highs right over there, so you can have that fake out of the anchored VWAP from 78.2 after sweeping these highs. Generally the most interesting level for me to consider a short, which we might not get up there, but just a level to take into consideration, of course. Guys, thank you very much. If you're not inside of the trading community, you know where to find us. It's the first link down below in the description. If you want to use some free tools such as CVD, you got heat map, you got all sorts here in the mindpillar.com website, and there's just lots of tools that you can use here for your trading and information, guys. You can find that here also down below, valuable free tools at mindpillar.com. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.